You're watching The Ugly Inside. Subscribe below.
Welcome back to our end of season reviews, and we're moving forward to our forward line now. Then a player that's been very unfortunate this season, picking up an injury that kept him out for most of this season. But Charlie Austin was fantastic for us in the early stage of the season, and still the top scorer, amazingly. With Jason, Ruben, former Saint, and Ewan. I'll start with Ruben actually. Charlie Austin was amazing for us in the first few months of the season.
Yeah, it was a favourite of mine. I was pleased when they bought him. I thought it was a shrewd buy. I thought he'd get the odd goal. Didn't know how fit he was going to be, but I thought having the pre-season at Saints, he's had other clubs obviously in the past, and the Saints injury record is pretty good, so that's all down to the training. So personally, I thought we'll get it pre-season out of the way. They'll keep him in good stead, and hopefully they'll have a good season injury-free. Obviously, it hasn't worked out, but the injury he did have, it wasn't really something you could train against, sort of thing, couldn't sort of odds that. Also, the injuries as in thigh strains or that sort of thing.
And he's been very unfortunate in his career to have a lot of niggly injuries, hamstrings, toes, thighs, but dislocated shoulder, as Ruben said, it's very hard to come back to that quickly.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there is this sort of saying that people go on about Charlie Austin, he's injury prone, but as Ruben said, you can't predict that sort of thing happening the way you land on the pitch. It's pure luck, and I felt for Charlie because he'd had a fantastic start to the season. 9 goals in 16, 17 games is a great return. I mean, he didn't start that many games until he started scoring from the bench and in the Europa League games, so I think he did really well.
And Jason, Charlie has a bit of a dilemma in the new season. Do you think he could work playing alongside a player like Manolo Gabbiadini?
I think so. I think they can bounce off each other pretty well. I mean, the thing is, Manolo, he needs somebody up there, I think, with him. He's been sometimes just kept out of the game. And vice versa, I think Charlie Austin as well.
I don't think Charlie can play up front on his own.
No.
Like he did. I think it was a little bit too much to expect him to do all that sort of. Another player, younger player maybe, like Shane Long, not saying he's younger, but he's a bit more of a runner. I think you've got to play players to their strengths, and Austin is all about final product. Doesn't have to touch the ball and play, but he get on the end of it and he'll put the ball in the back of the net, which is what everybody wants.
That's it. I think what you've got to look at is he is the fox in the box type of player. You get the ball to him, and what we saw in the beginning parts of the season, he's really, he can turn, shoot, bring the ball down well. I've seen him play many times, but the injury side has been an issue in his career. However, clinical at points, and I think the other key part is he was consistent in the beginning parts of the season. So we had a great player that was just getting to the stage where he could actually score. We all had faith when he was playing, and the fans were right behind him. I think it just came at the wrong time for us.
And as Ruben touched upon there, it's the system. I think at the beginning of the season he was trying to play alongside Redmond. I'm not sure that worked too much. Redmond's doing all the busy work, but somehow he's still top of the charts on our scoring. And if he would have stayed fit, easily go on to maybe 15, 20 goals this season.
Yeah, easily. I think. I feel sorry for him. I think he's sort of picked in his prime. I think there's a lot more. I think he's a bit like Gary Lineker, where. You wouldn't. I mean, I played against Gary Lineker a few times, and I remember one time, the first time, I think he won 4-1, I think, and he got the only goal, the only touch he had, and they got a kick during the game, just a shot. Somebody keeper saved it, and he just was there, right place, stuck his toe out, ran in, and that's the sort of goals that Charlie Austin gets. Comes off his knee, doesn't always finish clinically, it can come from anywhere, but it's just being in the right place.
And I think the key word there as well to take from that is that he's a key figure and a senior player in the squad now. He's terrific around the training ground, a great character, and I think it could be possible that Charlie may finish the career with Saints.
Oh yeah, I love him too. As Jason Ruben said, he's a clinical finisher. He is our best finisher of the ball in my opinion. There are other players which offer more and are more maybe complete about what their attributes that they've got. Maybe they're quick, but Charlie Austin is what everyone pays for in the game. You pay for people that can score goals. For $4 million, it's a bargain, and I'd like to see him stay for the rest of his career because maybe with his injury record and the fact that maybe he doesn't have those other aspects that top clubs want. But for us, I mean, he's ideal. He's ideal.
Okay, in summary then, Charlie Austin's season out of 10, Jason.
I would say up until he was playing, a fairly decent 8. I think he would have gone on and improved, so I would say a solid 8, and hope to see him back and scoring.
Ruben?
Yeah, I'll go along with that. 8's pretty fair figure.
Plain and simple, really. I mean, you're
He's a clinical finisher where you can't take him off the pitch because if there's a chance, he's the one you back to put it away. 8 out of 10.
I'm going to disagree slightly. I'm going to go 7 out of 10. I think
I was going to go 7 as well.
I think it's just a fact again. What I mentioned in the Virgil van Dijk video, that or some of the others. If Charlie Austin were fit throughout this entire season, partially down to the circumstances where he's been injured, been out for 4 or 5 months, I think easily double figures, easily 8.5 to a 9. But unfortunately, Charlie. Middle of the road 7 for me. But that's us for the Charlie Austin review, the end of the season. Leave us your comments. What do you make of Charlie's season this year in the Saints shirt? Leave us your likes and subscribe for more.